What is up, everybody? Episode 8 of Season 4, Bettors Delight. And it feels good, honestly. If I'm being 100% totally honest with everybody on the show, everybody watching, youtube.com/the underdog, everybody who's listening, no matter where it is, Spotify, Apple, doesn't matter, wherever you're listening to the show and taking this in, it feels good to be in first place. Every week, I'm digging in bovadasportsbook.com and finding those winners. And that one winner, the one that we knew, the Austin Eckler 2 TDs, plus 500. I also, yes, thank you, Matt. MacronPicks.com, obviously, always the place to go. Also had the Austin Eckler pick. Some would say he copied off me.
Just like my teacher said in high school, these aren't your answers. But yeah, so I did take that from you, and but I'm ready to go. And Greg, good positive weeks for the boys, man. Look at us.
Yeah,
we didn't jinx ourselves in fantasy. It's great.
No, we would never do that.
It was a good fantasy week. How'd you do?
I'm not going to talk about it. I'd like to. This isn't a fantasy football show. We're not here to talk about fantasy wins, fantasy losses. We're not here to display. I want the belt blurred out in the video this week behind Mark. Personally,
I want to talk about it. I beat Zed by 0.85 points. So
it's a good win. It's a good win.
I want to talk about it. That's a shout out to you, Zed. I know it was difficult, but love you, buddy. Sorry.
You love him?
I'm sure that makes him feel a ton better.
Yep, it's gonna make him punch me in the face.
Well, I doubt that, and I sure hope not. But Mike, back on the losing side.
Yeah, I mean, by 0.16 units, I mean, I'm right there. Just a little bit of a positive week. I'll be right back. But yeah, I had a tough one in college football. Too many double downs last week, and I have a lot again this week. So
KFC brought it back?
This is what you get. KFC brought it back. You're such an idiot.
Shout out the double down. Mike just ate double downs and literally had a heart attack.
This is what you get, though. When the value boys try to go up against Matt and Mike, this is what happens.
This is what you get, Carla, when you face the Warriors. This is what you get.
I mean, when you mess with the Warriors, like that is what you get. The Miami no-show against UNC, absolutely disappointing. If you're a Canes fan, and UNC went, did they go to Coral Gables and take that W?
I think so.
They did.
Who could have seen that coming? Virtual high five, Matt.
Whip. Bert, that's and a listener high five too.
Yeah.
The listeners have to hear it, Greg. That's why it's for the listeners.
It's a good point. Hey, listen.
You guys remember when I was talking about like when Matt was in first, he's the worst, or when I'm in first, he's the worst. We found out who's the worst. The most insufferable person in the podcast is clearly Greg. It's been like it's been 4 seasons. It's the first time at the top of the mountain.
That's not true.
It's like, oh my God, look at me. Look at me. It's all I'm hearing. It's all I'm hearing. The value boys can't handle. Just wait for this week. Just wait.
Buddy.
I agree.
Buddy, listen, I spent the last 2 seasons essentially in dead last.
Not essentially.
Well,
absolutely.
No, like the entire season, though. The entirety of the seasons, I was just at the back of the line in terms of the standings on this show. And honestly, it was time. I have to bask in it. I don't know how long this is going to last. There's a very good chance this ends quickly.
This week. I will pass you.
How dare you have no faith?
It keeps going back and
pass
forth.
you, yeah. Or we can both keep staying in the positive, and then we'll be the best too.
Let's unite hands and find winners on Bovada together.
Let's go win some bets, as somebody said.
Look, listen, I started ending the show with that episode 1. That was always the plan, going and winning bets. I don't know what else to tell you.
Often.
It's taking us 4 seasons to figure it out.
Hey.
So
I had to go back into the lab, and finally, I guess I finally found the correct lab, which is good.
Wonder how.
In there. Beakers and scales and liquid and stuff like that. Other scientific.
Back to the lab again, yo.
I mean, I think
Dexter.
Yes, me, Dexter.
Other people with labs. What else?
I don't know.
What's Frankenstein? Dr. Frankenstein had a lab. Walter White, that boring ass show, that was a lab. Yeah.
Whoa. That's a top
Airbud.
show of all time.
Breaking Bad is
Airbud.
not a top 10 of all time.
Airbud
he is a lab.
No,
I
he's
get
an
it.
golden
Are you
retriever,
all-
actually.
Hold on.
Literally a golden retriever.
Yeah, never
Well,
mind.
then I don't understand. Did he have a lab?
No, I thought he was a lab at first. I take it back.
So
Never
then
mind.
Why are you complaining?
I was wrong. No, I was wrong.
Airbud 2 is literally called Golden Receiver.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, let's be fair. I think we just unearthed something before we get into picks and all the fun stuff. How are you not a Breaking Bad guy?
I've watched it. It's a fine show. It does a good job. It's not a top 10 show of all time. Takes a while to get
It's top
into.
5.
It's kind of boring. I wouldn't say top 5. And no, if we're doing like a serious top 10, Breaking Bad is seriously not in my top 10.
I would love to know what beats it.
The Wire is way better.
Okay.
Game of Thrones before it got crappy was way better.
Okay, so there's a whole body of work there, so it's out.
Sopranos, way better.
Disagree.
Scrubs, way better.
See, it's already a joke.
Sons of Anarchy, way better.
Disagree there.
That show fell apart when the Henry Rollins season.
First of all, probably the best season.
Fell apart.
Shameless, better.
Ooh,
There's
that's
a
good
dude. I'm
one.
telling you, Breaking Bad does not come into the top 10. The Mayans
does.
so far on FX has been really good, but it's quite ridiculous.
This guy's bringing the Mayans.
It's
in
not
this
a big enough body of work to do
guy.
that.
Man.
I've watched
I mean-
three. I watched the first 3 episodes of Breaking Bad about 5 times, and that's as far
Seems
as
like you
I've
really
gotten.
like it, Mike.
No,
Seems like
that's
you
as
really
far as
enjoy it.
I have gotten. I can't get. I don't know. It's just not a fan.
The prequel to Breaking Bad, Malcolm in the Middle, way better. Like there's just a lot better television out there than scientists. 2 guys that are actually kind of just like Walter White's a jerk, Jesse's like a jerk. The girl is a jerk. Like
Walter White didn't start out as a jerk.
he literally was a jerk teacher. He was a jerk teacher that.
Oh, I'm
failed
sorry.
people.
I'm sorry. Trying to keep students in line, hold them, make them responsible for their actions.
How'd that work out with Jesse? Turned him into a meth head. He is single-handedly turned him into a meth head, and then it got him more into meth.
I don't think anybody's ever had that take. That's a very salient point.
Yeah.
He was a successful method, though. Like, if you were going to talk like scale of success, that guy made a lot of money, and
And now look at him. He came out with a terrible movie.
Now, Fast and the Furious was not Fast and the Furious.
Need
It's
for Speed. Need for Speed, and it was terrible. It was absolutely.
bad.
It was so bad.
Of course, it
And
was
I think
bad.
I think he was talking about what's the Breaking
He's
Bad
talking
movie?
about El Camino.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to make
I
a
was gonna
joke,
say El Dorado, and I knew that was wrong.
but for the second week in a row, I stumble over it like a buffoon.
Unbelievable.
He was really good in the movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart.
CIA, Central
No,
Intelligence.
Central Intelligence. He was really good in Central Intelligence. Actually, he's also a jerk in that movie. He's a jerk to The Rock in that movie. So, like, I don't understand it. Why we like put these guys on a pedestal? Oh, we threw a pizza on the roof. Look how crazy I am. Pepperoni reef. Like, and then they're like, oh, they don't cut their pizza there because it gives you savings. How does that give you savings for not cutting pizza? That is fiscally not foundational to say that is savings to cut a pizza. That's stupid.
I don't even get it. What a ridiculous
idea.
thing to rant about.
I've honestly never thought about that part where he throws a full pizza, but wow, my mind just was blown.
I have no idea.
Minute 9.
I have no idea if he made that up or if there's a part where there was talk about savings and not cutting a pizza.
What's his name?
I mean,
Like
it could have been cut, but not fully.
Otter or Beaver, whatever that guy's name is.
Otter, Beaver.
What's his name?
I think it's Otter.
Okay, yeah, he says it. Like he's like it's all about the savings, man. It's fiscally, you don't have to make more money if you don't cut it.
His
Like,
name's Badger, also not Beaver.
whatever. He's one of those marsupials. I don't know, but still,
well,
it's not top 10.
now that we've gotten
Uh,
Matt's review of Breaking Bad and the Badger versus Beaver debate, we can actually get in. It's kind of a decent segue to get into, college football, where the Badgers successfully drubbed the Northwestern Wildcats over the weekend. Mark, anything to say for yourself?
was not Northwestern's second conference win that we're still waiting on. That Nebraska win, it's looking more like a miracle the further we get away from it. Like, who would have thought that I could pick Northwestern to beat Nebraska in Ireland? Like that might be the pick of the year. Looking back.
It really
Hindsight
might be.
2020.
It really
But,
might be.
Wow.
But yeah, so there's plenty of picks and plenty of lines on Bovada for us to take a peek at. Mike, as you know, second place to me, I'll let you go first with this week.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Texas because they're back. Quinn Ewers looked amazing against Oklahoma. He's back. Texas minus 17, minus 105 against stinky Iowa State.
I'm also on that pick for those exact same reasons. Iowa State also stinks. Nobody
rummaged Oklahoma. How'd the over not hit?
Because Oklahoma was playing with backup quarterback.
Yeah, well, 0 points doesn't help.
No.
Can someone explain to me why Oklahoma is favored by 9 over Kansas?
Is Dylan Gabriel back?
He might be back this week.
And Kansas lost their starting quarterback for the year.
Okay. Because I was looking at that line, and it didn't make sense to me after watching last week's debacle. I mean, Kansas lost, but they didn't lose the line.
No, they pushed.
They pushed. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. It was a tough loss to the Horned Frogs, right, Matt? The Horned Frogs, right? TCU. And I was going to pick Kansas, but now talking to you has walked me off of that pick. So thank you both.
Is that when like
you're
two TCU alumni get married? They're like, we love each other, and then it's a heart.
It's 2 hearts.
It's visual humor. No, it's not 2 hearts. It's 1 heart.
Matt,
you're right.
Where are you in college football to start?
You know where I'm at. Mississippi minus 14.5, minus 110 over Bo Nix and Auburn. Auburn hasn't looked good. They lost to a terrible Penn State team. Bo Nix is literally playing terrible football this year, so I don't understand at all how they literally have this line only at 14. We look great in the second half against Vanderbilt last week. Our defensive line right now is probably the best defensive line in the nation. We don't need Arch Manning. We are perfectly fine over the next few years. Shout out Jackson Dart. Shout out the Ole Miss Rebels. We're going to win this game, then we're going to go into Baton Rouge and take over LSU.
I don't know if you know this. Bo Nix is not at Auburn anymore. FYI.
Who's Bo Nix?
I'm not surprised by your breakdown. I am surprised that you clearly forget the first half of that game against Vanderbilt, where Ole Miss did not look ready to play. What was
the score at the end of the game?
I understand what the score at the end of the game was. Yes,
and they covered the 17. Thank you very much.
You didn't have enough faith in them, though. You took a money line. You didn't take the line. So
I have all the faith in the world of my Lord and Savior, Lane Kiffin, and it's fine.
Mark, where
he
you at?
He looks like a young Jesus.
Oh, is that true?
If there was a passion play, he would get the Jesus role. If so, like one of those Passion of the Christ, he would get the Jesus role. Just saying. Go ahead.
Okay. Works for me. Mark,
what is going on?
Where are you going first now that you figured out that Kansas isn't a good bet?
I'm going to go to a game that is happening on Friday. I'm going to the Temple game, and I'm not taking Temple because it's still never going to be on my card this season, as I promised. I'm taking the over 46, minus 110. I think that Central Florida is going to score a lot of points on the Owls, which is why I'm also going to parlay them money line with the over at minus 104. Little extra. It's minus 3,500, so not going to add that.
They're actually on Thursday. You get them a day earlier. They're tomorrow.
Ooh.
What a gift.
Thursday football. I mean, if compared to last week's NFL Thursday game,
that was
come on.
That defensive struggle. Well, I'm also on Thursday, but I'm in the Baylor West Virginia game.
Well, Greg, I'm just sorry to cut you off. I'm in that game. Can we? I didn't want to.
Oh yeah, go ahead. That works.
John Rice Plumlee minus 168 anytime touchdown scorer. And that's it. That's all I got.
Minus 168.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to take Central Florida by 25 to 30 points plus 500.
Going against the Temple boys?
I just don't think Temple has it this week. I always said, I'll never put them on my card. I'm going to stay away from them. They're bad this year. It's not really my squad. their guy Matt Rule just got fired, so that's
Bring him back. Bring him home.
He's coming
Bring him
back.
home. College game day back to Philly.
Matt, so it was UCF to win by 25-30
yep
plus
500.
500. Okay. I mean, that's where you dig into the the underside of Bovada and find
Crevice.
the crevices.
Going
And
in
you
the
can
crevice.
You can find those good lines. I like it.
Ugh.
But I am also on that on Thursday. But it's Baylor, West Virginia. I'm taking Baylor -3.5, -105 on the road. I just think it's West Virginia.
Let's hear it.
I'm not. No, West Virginia has been.
Virginia.
Thank you, Matt.
Sing it, Matt. Sing it.
Mama.
I
On
can't.
Denver.
I West Virginia, they really hurt me in the Texas game a couple weeks ago, and they've just kind of been such an up and down team, and I think Baylor's been more consistent. So that's where I'm going. Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Penn State. Got to double down on them here. +7, -115, and +220. They got a good defense.
Who they
Clifford's
playing?
finally healthy. They're playing Michigan at Michigan. Clifford's finally healthy through 5 games. So I think this is our year to make a run at the college football playoff.
I'm on both of those as well, Mike, for obvious reasons. And the reason
I love this.
the reason being is it's a noon kickoff. Not being a night game,
Yeah,
I
it
think, is
doesn't
a
need to be a night game,
gigantic
helps.
advantage. But
Yes,
that's
I
just
agree.
me.
What's
Mark,
up with
agree.
that? Why is
Big noon kickoff, Matt. Big
Yeah.
10, big noon kickoff.
I hate that. I don't know why it's not a night game.
I mean, Michigan is going to dominate Penn State. It's gonna be
How?
funny watching you guys because this happens every year, Mike. This happens every year. You guys get confident. Oh, this is going to be the year. We
Our
do
quarterback's
something.
got hurt every year. He's not hurt this year.
You just said he's finally getting healthy.
I'm reading
He's
a report.
he's finally healthy after the 5th game for the first time in his career.
I'm reading a report that he has
Regardless.
appendicitis.
He
So
is,
he's not playing in the game.
That is incorrect.
He might get hurt this game then.
He
Who
could.
knows?
This could be the game.
But I have no faith in James Franklin, no faith in the Nittany Lions. I love walking around with all these Penn State people and watching them on Sunday just with the tears down their eyes.
All of
Can't
your
wait.
friends went to Temple.
It's true.
That's not true.
Name
Debatable.
one Penn State friend. That isn't Greg or
I
Mike.
didn't say I had any. I just said I don't have any.
I just walk with them, you know? We go on walks together.
Meet him in the
live
neighborhood.
Pennsylvania. There's Pennsylvania State people all over,
And
True or
technically,
not?
every single one of them is a Pennsylvania State person.
except me.
You're not
wrong.
in the Pennsylvania State,
I float above it.
the District of Coletiaba.
If I could spell that, it would be the title of the episode. Matt, what's your next one?
DIS. I must stop spelling district. No, I saw a picture of Donovan McNabb in a Syracuse basketball jersey the other day. So I'm taking Syracuse -3.5, -110, and Syracuse money line -175 against the NC State Knights. I think the Qs,
Wolfpack.
the Wolfpack. The Qs look good this year. I've seen a lot of their games. I think they have a strong front four, so I'm pretty happy with that. Their Mike linebacker, his name is Wade Cunningham. He's one of the best linebackers in the nation right now. They said he's up for the Butt Kiss Award, and that's not just because he really does what the coaches tell him to do, but because he's a good linebacker.
I am on the I'm on the other side of this. I am going to double dip on both. On the Wolfpack, I think this is what the Wolfpack does. If not, I apologize, but they look like wolves. So I'm on the Wolfpack. +3.5, and it's +150.
I thought that was a Longhorn.
No, this one's the Longhorn. I was kind of doing this with the front, so you kind of extend it a little.
Isn't this what
Nevada.
The NWO does.
Yeah, but
Too
Nick,
sweet.
Nick
Too
Maton
sweet.
on the Phillies, his nickname's like Wolfie, and he keeps doing this.
Dude, how about Phil Maton breaking his hand? Did you know that?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
That
I
is
mean, it would be
brutal.
like Matt breaking his hand after Mikey got a hit on him.
I hit a home run though.
Matt might break his hand after this pick. Mississippi State -4, -110 going against Kentucky. Kentucky, multiple multiple bad weeks in a row. Will Levis, healthy, not
Stinks.
healthy. Well, stinks is one word. They didn't play last week, so that's tough to say stinks. But
Stinks is one word.
Mississippi State's been rolling, so I'm on them this week. Mike,
It's a
what's
bad
your
pick.
next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Coastal Carolina -12, -110. They're 6-0 again. They're first in the Sun Belt. They're playing stinky Old Dominion. And they still got who's the quarterback that stayed? What is his
Lil
name?
Levis.
Is his name Grant?
I think so.
Yeah, I can't
He's
remember.
still
his
there,
last name.
and he slings. What
He
is
does.
his name?
They've been a
They
pretty
just throw
great
the
bet
ball
all year.
all over the place.
Grant Hill.
No.
It's not Grant Hill.
Grant.
We'll figure it out.
The next pick, we'll go to Mark.
All right, I'm taking Bama in that big game against Tennessee. I just don't think. I think Bama just takes these teams that are good for the year and just puts them to the side every time. So I think Bama's going to roll -7, -110.
I'm nervous about the Bryce Young situation there. I'm taking Tennessee to cover. I don't know if they win necessarily, but I have them +7 on my card on
I'm
I feel
Bovada.
like he
I'm
was
double
close to
dipping.
playing this past week, though, right? Like he was,
Yeah,
he almost played against A&M.
They announced
said he-
him as the starter in the stadium.
They said he was getting. They said that he's been back at practice a little bit, but I don't know if he's been a full
So with
participant.
that's why I was if it was like never he wasn't going to play last week,
Yeah.
then that maybe would have changed my mind. But since he was so close to playing this past game against A&M, I felt like
But-
that extra week he'd be back. So
But I'm taking Tennessee here +7 -110 and +225. We'll sprinkle on the money line. Hendon Hooker is going to carry him. It's like the biggest game in Tennessee in the last 25 years, so they're due for a big one.
Honestly,
I-
probably since Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I saw a pretty big one last year, and they got upset and threw stuff onto the field when they cried against Ole Miss, and they were
That is
throwing it
true.
on the field. That was a pretty big game to me, Mike. Really put a tarnish on the Volunteer State. Oh my God, that was a terrible strike through.
that was a terrible call.
Strike three call. For those that don't know, we're all watching the Phillies playoff game right now. There was a rain delay in Atlanta, and that was the worst strike three call I've ever seen in my entire life.
Missed by 3 inches.
We got a wide zone.
Yeah,
tonight.
that's horrible.
It's not even. I don't know even. I was going to show the camera, but I think that's.
It's like this far off, guys.
Yeah,
this
it was
far.
it was a good distance.
I'm taking TCU and Oklahoma State. The over though, 68.5 -110. Oklahoma State just scores points. TCU the same situation there.
I like that.
I love the number there. So
I'm on TCU -4 there,
Number.
-110. I mean, Max Duggan looks amazing again, and Oklahoma State's defense not the same as it was last year. But I put that over on my board too, Greg. I like that.
Yeah, follow the leader. I see.
That's a good pick.
I see
mean-
what you're doing.
I mean, this is reverse defense.
Reverse.
Offense.
Offense again.
I made that mistake already.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, Matt. What's your next one?
You know where I'm at. We're rolling. It's the battle for Ohio. We got Western Michigan versus Ohio, -1, -110 in Michigan.
So Western Michigan, despite losing to Eastern Michigan last week on your card as a 5-point favorite, you're back on the -1, -110.
No, Ohio to beat Western Michigan. It's the
Oh.
battle. This is my battle for Ohio game of the week.
Didn't you
Bobcats.
Did you have a battle for Ohio last week?
He's not
Or the week
last
before?
week. He had the Michigan battle or something, I thought.
But I thought there was an Ohio
He's
one as
had
well.
several Ohio
He's
battles.
weeks prior, I believe.
I mean,
Maybe that doesn't matter.
this-
I was wondering if he kept a bracket. If I'm being honest, I thought he had all this like somewhere, and he was just gonna be like, "The battle for the state dominance continues."
You can't see it. He's staring at it. It's a giant 64-team bracket.
Here it is. That's just like my health benefits. I don't even know. It just says you're not healthy. Don't die. Like, okay.
That's a good one. So I
What's his long-term plan? Don't die.
I'm on Wisconsin -7.5, -110, playing up for the interim coach. They throttled Northwestern. They are going to do the same to Michigan State this week. I'm going with that. Mark, what's your next one?
My last one in college football this week is I'm going to James Madison What a shocking team this is to come up from FCS to FBS and now be ranked within 5
that's
games.
awesome.
That's awesome. So I'm just gonna ride those high vibes and hope that they beat Georgia Southern by more than 12 minus 115.
Virginia.
Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, LSU's horrible, so I'm going with Florida -3, even odds. LSU's frauds. Brian Kelly fraud. That's it. Go Florida.
That
Kind
works.
of frauds, but I'll take them in the swamp.
Inarguably, what's Clemson's last sort of test, I think, in the ACC. They take on Florida State. I'm taking a -3.5, minus 115 on Bovada here. I just think that Clemson sort of hit a little bit of a stride, and I know they have to go into Florida State, but I like their odds there. Matt, your next one.
Stanford +17, minus 110. I cannot believe Notre Dame lost as the 8th team overall. Now they're not even ranked anymore. We're good to go.
Well,
Were they
who?
Were they not ranked 8th? Did they win last week?
Yeah.
They smashed BYU.
Yeah, by
last week.
100.
So I saw a TikTok video today.
They were ranked to start the year.
I saw a TikTok video today that said that they were ranked. Chris said, "Wow," off the mic, and everyone looked at their TVs.
I saw it. That catch was insane by
Dansby Swanson made a nice catch.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't lose last week, huh? So I guess whatever I watched was dated. So I figured they were just really bad.
I mean, they started the year 0-2 and almost started 0-3, and they were ranked 7th to start the year.
Oh, they should have been 0-3 with the Hail Mary.
Maybe.
Was it Cal?
Yeah, that's true.
The Cal game,
Maybe, just maybe.
When did they lose to Marshall?
Week 2.
Yeah. The Thundering Herd. Maybe, just maybe, don't get all of your information from TikTok. I don't know. Maybe that's an option.
It was something to do with a Marshall Mathers ate too much and they threw up.
Mike, what's your next one to get to? What's your next one?
What? Did you say potatoes?
Spaghetti.
I
rap
you said
song.
Yeah, no, I got that. That's why I thought you said the wrong thing.
You know, fried potatoes are just pickles. I mean, chips.
Oh my god!
All right. Anyways,
wait, did I ever tell you the story when we were down the shore and I was on the deck and I asked Dad, I go, "Hey man, can you bring me the pickle chips?" And he we had dill pickle flavored chips, and he brought me over a plate of pickles. He's like, save some of these for me because I want some later. I'm like, in what world am I just gonna sit here and eat pickles out of a bowl? I want the dill pickle flavored potato chips.
I'm not gonna lie, your dad was like, "Yo, that sounds delicious."
We can discuss.
I'm going to get the mustard.
We can discuss. He poured them all out in a bowl. I was gonna eat the rest of the tub. He's like, "Yeah, man, clearly this is what he wants."
What a snack.
We can discuss his dietary selections some other time. Mike, close out your college football.
Yeah, my last pick is USC on the road against Utah. I'm double dipping on them. +3.5, minus 110, and +140.
Those are both on my card as well.
Don't care if it's at Utah. USC is a good football team.
And Utah, obviously they lost last week outright. Yeah. So I think this is a great spot for USC. Mark, anything else in college football?
Nope. JMU is my last pick.
Matt, you're good?
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm good too.
All right, and then my last pick is Oregon State. The Beavers back in action, -3.5, minus 115 on Bovada. All right, let's get to tennis very quickly here. Mike, I'll let you start in the WTA.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iga Swiatek, -4, minus 125. She lost in the championship on Sunday in Ostrava. I forget where she's playing. I'm trying to find. Why can't I find tennis? Here we go. Where's she playing? Is she in San Diego? Yeah, she's in San Diego tomorrow. I also got her parlayed with Coco Gauff, which I'll take them both straight as well, Greg. +119. That's the French Open final parlay.
So Swiatek's -275. Coco Gauff on the money line is -165.
Yep.
And then Swiatek Gauff +116.
119.
119. I was close.
Yes.
Mark, tennis.
I also have Iga on my card. I got her money line at the 275. and I parlayed her with a good old friend of mine, Felix Auger Alisime, at minus 450. Comes back at minus 150 because all those little ads wins. God damn it. They all add up. We all can't talk today.
It's been
None
a
of us
long
can
one.
talk. So
Yeah, it's
all
been-
those wins. One day since I talked correctly. No, man.
You said minus
Confession?
you said minus 150 on the parlay?
Yeah.
All right. Matt, anything in tennis?
I got a pimpin' all over the world parlay. Back at it again. Gonna do make a play. So Roberto Marcora versus Ferdinand Verdasco. That's plus 285. I'm not taking these straight, by the way. Sloane Stevens versus Sabalenka plus 250. Elena Gabriel Roos versus Xiu Wang plus 135. And Kimmer Kopijans versus Maximilian Martyrer plus 140. Goes for a plus 7,500 parlay. That's my pimpin' all over the world underdog parlay of the day, of the week. Get your dictionaries out. We're doing vernacular correct this time around. Boom.
I need you to give me most of those names again. Just start at the top because I got lost.
No one wants to hear it again. I'll send you a picture.
All right, that's fine. I do know that it's plus 7,500.
Fair trade.
I never said I would send a picture of this. I'm just going to send you a random GIF.
He's just gonna send you a random landscape with something in it.
Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, my last pick is
You're nuts,
Down-
Mark.
Down McGalfy, minus 125. She's won for me before on personal plays, but never on here, so I'm going to take her on the parlay or on the pod and see if it works.
You're crazy, man.
Minus 125.
Thanks.
Mark, anything else in tennis?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sebastian Korda minus 110. He's up against our favorite Roberto Batista Agut. He's only played him one time and has beaten him. So I like the even odds on somebody he's beaten before.
All right, that works. Are we good in tennis then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then let's jump to soccer. I only have picks in the English Premier League. I'm so happy that we got the double losers in the Nottingham Forest game.
We all lost.
The fact that we all lost makes it made it so much sweeter. Despite the fact that I would have been up even more last week. But I am going back to the well with Forest. Come on, you Reds. Plus 400 against the Wolves based off of Mike like 2 weeks ago saying Wolverhampton's been having a terrible season.
They are horrible as well.
It's Forest. It's Forest all day. So that's where I'm starting out. Plus 400 on Bovada. Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to start out with Palace. Big win on Sunday. They play Saturday. It's at Leicester, but Leicester is horrible so far this year. So I'm going to take
Yes,
Palace
they are.
plus 210. That's
I'm
good
on
value.
Draw no bet.
Crystal Palace?
I'm on Crystal Palace, draw no bet at plus 125. Mikey does have a Fire Zaha jersey.
Yeah,
We'll
you
shout
like
him
that?
out on
Oh,
That's
wait,
back there. I'll have to
Mike,
wear it.
earlier I was in the bathroom and I was scrolling Instagram and I saw someone post that Zaha jersey and I was like, oh, like that's actually pretty sweet. Like Mike would like that. And then it was Mike's.
And
It
you
was
realized
Mike's.
it was Mike.
It was me.
I was actually stunned Mike didn't wear that today. So
I
Yeah,
could have swore he
could've.
was gonna wear it.
No, I wore the sweatshirt. This also came, so I wear the
Regretful
sweatshirt instead.
decision.
What's the sweatshirt?
I'll
today?
wear it. CPFC 1861 when the club was
What team
created.
is that?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Gotcha. I thought it was a roller rink.
I also got a divot.
Divot tool.
divot-
Look at you.
Divot tool.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. You're
You
not
literally-
you're never going to use that.
You literally have never
You
made a
calls on
divot.
greens.
You've never made a divot on
I
the
think
green.
I went golfing like 20 to 25 times this year. I think I've made about 3 divots.
And that was because you
On the
tripped
green.
and fell on the green.
And face planted.
Your nose went straight into the green.
Matt, are you in soccer at all?
Yeah, I got one game. Just going with my team, the True Blues. I'm Manchester Blue for life. I drank 16 Blue Moons this weekend for my boy Holland for his 16 goals he has this season. So I'm going minus 0.5 at minus 102, and I'm taking a money line minus 105 over Newcastle United. Newcastle's just.
He's so dumb. He's so dumb.
Why?
Because you obviously can't read.
Did you just take Man U?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I'm a Man City guy. Right?
Oh,
Oh,
goodness me.
back up. Oh my god! I was wondering why the line was so close.
I mean, the line for Man City's close because they're playing Liverpool too.
Okay,
so.
yeah, minus 125, and then minus 0.5, minus 1 at minus 102. God, I legit was like, yeah, Man United. That's what I do. Jeez.
Oh, so you're taking the split line too?
Sure, but
I don't think he knows what that means.
banana split,
It's
like
fine.
a dessert.
Don't take that one.
I mean, it's
don't
fine.
take it.
No.
But I do want. Actually, you know what? There are friends from down the street. Give me the Man United one as well. Leave that on the board. We're buddies. We're Derby boys. And that's it.
People want to see the Derby tat.
Yeah.
Apparently,
You should.
Can't- We'll get kicked off YouTube if I show it.
That's a good point.
it's in a crevice.
So you're taking both now. Man U minus 0.5.
I'm on Man City as well, minus 125, and I did go back to the well for Matt's boy Holland, first goal anytime.
Holland.
Putting those both back on my card.
Holland.
Anytime's minus 150.
Anytime's minus
First.
150? Wow.
Minus 150.
De
And
Bruyne.
first is first is plus 290.
Plus 290 first there for you. I'm on
Manchester City.
I'm on
I love Manchester.
I'm in that Man U Newcastle game. I'm taking the over 3 plus 113. And then my last soccer pick is Chelsea versus Aston Villa minus 125.
I'm on that as well.
Aston Villa couldn't beat Nottingham Forest. They're definitely not going to beat Chelsea.
They might go down this year. They have not looked good.
This guy talks trash on Forest and then takes them, then talks trash on them. The tricky trees are your team. You gotta only come with positivity.
Can you just give me your Arsenal bet that I'm sure is coming?
The Arsenal bet is on my card. It is on my card. Thank you very much. Minus 175 against the American boys at Leeds. What a great win over Liverpool. Put Mikey right in his place.
Wait, Arsenal beat Liverpool?
Yeah, 3-2.
They did.
Hashtag not worried at all.
I mean, should have been a red card.
Should have
Arsenal
been
at the top of
gone.
Or not a
Still
red
at the
card, sorry, a
top of the
penalty.
table.
You're allowed to
Still
just
at the
punch
top
the
of
ball
the
again.
Top
VAR
of
is
the table.
horrible.
I will say,
Who's he
I
play for?
was kind of I was kind of rooting for a draw because I had two friends of mine made a drunken bet, $100 bet on the game, and if it was a draw, the next time they saw each other, they were going to decide the $100 on rock paper scissors. I was like, that's all I want to see is
They
a $100 game of rock paper scissors, best of three.
That wouldn't have
They
been
should have
bad.
done like, what do you call that thing where you a duel, like where you shoot people, where you walk 3 paces? They should have done that with a paintball gun, like a draw.
Draw,
Yeah.
quick draw.
Yeah,
Is it a
quick
duel?
draw. There
quick
it
draw,
is.
Quick draw. There it is. Yeah. Should have done a quick draw with paintball guns.
Mark, what was your second Arsenal bet?
Yeah, it was just one minus
Minus one.
175.
Oh, you only
Yeah.
had the one. I thought you added a second pick to that. So
No,
I'll take that off your board. Mike, anything else in soccer?
Nah, that's it. Just those two, please.
Then Mark, do you have anything else? Because I know Matt's done.
yeah, my last picks are they're in the same game. The game is on Friday. Taking Brighton over Brentford at plus 140, and I'm taking Brighton draw no bet as well at minus 136. Brighton's just a better team than Brentford. Brighton's having a pretty good year so far, so put them on my card.
You said plus 140 on the regular, and then Brighton versus Brentford draw no bet is what?
It's minus 136.
Minus 136 for you.
The DMBs, I like them.
Yeah, they've been your bread and butter. So does that close out soccer for everybody?
Yep.
Then let's quickly move to the NBA. The NBA tips off next Tuesday, the 18th. So we'll run through our quick futures bets in the NBA. Obviously, a ton of action. I don't want to brag. Like, I hate doing this because Mark obviously already said that I was the worst, and it stinks when I'm in first place, and it stinks when I'm right. But I gave you Golden State. This time last year, I gave you Golden State as the outright champions before the season started. and I made you units, and I'm going to try to do it again this year. But let's kick it off in the divisions first. We'll go Atlantic Division first. I have a feeling I know where this is going, but Mark, you can go first.
Yeah, I'll be the homer. It's going to be the Sixers. I have really good feeling about them this year. I have faith in my teams. I never waver, just like I never wavered in the team we're watching right now. The Sixers at plus 275.
I'm also on the Sixers plus 275 on Bovada to win the Atlantic Division. Matt.
I'm trying to figure out who's in that division. Move on.
Okay, Mike.
It's our division.
I have the Sixers as well. What are you against the Sixers, man?
No, I just think
Nets, Celtics.
We literally cannot make the Eastern Conference Finals, dude.
Yeah, but you don't have to make the Eastern Conference Finals to win the regular season thing.
Okay, and we're not even favorites, but everyone's like, we're gonna freaking win. We're so freaking good, and we're the third worst team. Give me the Celtics plus 130. Jeez.
Celtics plus 1.
Jason Tatum is better than any player besides Joel Embiid on our team.
Okay.
Yeah,
what is that?
Not that big of a reach. That really not that big of a reach.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sixers plus 275 for you, Mike, as well. Then let's go to the NBA Central Division, and I'll kick it off here. I'm going with the Cavaliers plus 275. Mark.
Give me the Bulls. The Bulls started out hot last year, and they were on top of the division for a while. Hopefully, maybe they can keep it up.
Not worried about Lonzo Ball basically not having a leg.
Wait, what?
I'm not worried about.
Well, he had knee
again.
surgery, and then he had to have another one, and he can't.
Not as
cool. He can't run without like serious pain in his knee, so that severely hurts them. But hey,
is my bald brethren playing?
Caruso
yes.
Playing?
Well, then
yes.
Then you have to go with them. I get it.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cavs as well, plus 275. I think they
this.
can. I don't know if they win the playoffs, but traded for Donovan Mitchell, so.
Yeah, they're going to be a very good regular season team.
Donovan Mitchell's on Cleveland now.
Oh, I knew that.
Matt,
they lost.
All right. Like I didn't know all of us were just going to stop. Bucks minus 250.
Bucks minus 250. Definitely the safe bet in that division for sure. We'll go to, and because it's not in conference order, Bovada has it listed based on alphabetics. The Northwest Division, Western Conference, is up next. Mark, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go with the T-Wolves, plus 140. Two huge centers. Clearly that's worked before in the NBA, Twin Towers. So I'm going to go with the T-Wolves. They know what they're doing up there in Minnesota.
Matt.
Nuggets.
I'm
minus
also
140.
Yeah.
Nuggets challenge. Do it.
I would sign up to do the Nuggets challenge based off of their regular season win total to see if I could do that.
That's like
that's
75
easy.
Nuggets.
No, it's like more like
Matt most. It's like 60. Come on, you could do that.
How many games do they play in the NBA?
82.
Oh,
82.
Oh my God! You would have first of all, that would be the
that'd be so easy.
Crapping on my head.
That would be easy.
All right, fine. I try to make things fun.
I'm on the Nuggets as well, minus 140.
And yeah, that's
Jamal
my
Murray's
pick too.
back. So
Nuggets minus 140 seems like a pretty safe bet. Let's go to the Pacific Division in the NBA. Everyone's distraught, fellas.
Make a play, Hoskins. What are we
got to
doing?
make that play.
Got to make that play.
The Pacific Division, it has the Golden State Warriors, the defending NBA champions. That's who I'm on, plus 200 here. I think that's pretty. Even though there's some strife, there's some issues, internally with that team. I think it's I think it's still a pretty easy bet here. Matt,
I'm texting. Move on.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Clippers plus 180. Kawhi's back. They traded for John Wall, who hasn't played in years, but I assume he's going to still be a solid guard. So, with them being healthy, I think they're the best team in the West.
All right, Mike. Or Mark, sorry.
I'll take the Suns. They won the division last year.
They just lost to the 36ers.
They did.
It means a lot. It means a lot, Chris. A lot more than nothing. And I heard they're trading for Jordan Clarkson, who on my stat leaderboard stinks. So I don't even.
Okay.
What team is Jordan Clarkson on right now?
Utah.
Okay. Why is Utah getting rid of him? What's happening in Utah besides?
They got
They're
rid of
trading
everybody.
everybody.
They're selling. Their Jazz are for sale, man.
But didn't they get Rudy Gobert?
They
They
traded.
they
trade-
got rid
oh,
of
man.
Gobert.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah, they had Rudy Gobert.
Matt, Pacific Division winner.
What team is Gobert on?
He's on the
The
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
We did that one already. Go back.
Warriors plus 200. I don't care about the NBA regular season. I'm so out on it.
I don't blame you. Let's go to the Southeast Division, back to the Eastern
What
Conference.
are all
Mike.
these divisions?
There's 6 divisions.
Mike.
I'm taking the Hawks plus 170 for value.
I'm
over the
also on the Hawks plus 170. Mike,
Great.
our
No,
picks are
no.
way
Exactly
too similar.
the same.
I'm on the Hawks as well. Dejounte Murray.
DeJounte Murray, too. Mike, or Matt.
Is that how he's?
They have
Yeah, it's
two
DeJounte
people named Murray on there?
Murray. That's a great Scrubs
That
reference.
is a good. They name an old man's name, played by Chandler Banan. Matthew Perry.
Yes.
Are you, dude? Reese Hoskins has cost the Phillies their season.
Matt,
Oh
Give
my
me-
God,
give me
you
your
can't
pick.
be calling it over again.
Charlotte Hornets plus 1,500. Jello's gonna make the team, and I don't mean the dessert.
Hornets plus 1,500 for you. Final division, Southwest. Mark.
Southwest. I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies plus 105.
Grizzlies plus 105. Very solid pick. You hope that Jaren Jackson gets back healthy. But obviously, John Morant, one of the rising superstars in the NBA. Mike.
Mavericks plus 140. They got a real center now. Christian Wood, who can spread out the floor as well. So,
I thought you were calling him the center for a second.
no, I mean he
I
can
don't-
move, he can still shoot and stuff, but he's gonna help them a lot.
I believe he's their sixth man, too, which seems
Is he?
helpful. I think so. I think somebody asked him that in media day. I am on the New Orleans Pelicans plus 400. I think with Zion returning, that team shapes up to have a really, really good shot to win this division. Matt, last one.
Mavericks, Luka Doncic, number 77.
Mavericks
Got-
plus 140.
CoinPond.com. It's going to catch on. Mark Cuban is going to sponsor CoinPond. It's going to be we're going to bring that to the Dallas area.
Sounds good. Let's go Eastern Conference winners. Mark.
76ers plus 700.
Sixers plus 700.
Got to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals for it to actually happen. So,
Yeah.
Matt.
yeah, I'm right.
Contentious picking the hometown team. I don't hate the pick, Mark. Good value there. Matt.
Eastern Conference Finals winners, Milwaukee Bucks plus 350.
I'm
Giannis
also-
is better than any player on the Sixers.
I'm also on the Bucks plus 350. Mike.
Sixers plus 700.
Ooh, Sixers play. We got a little. I don't like this. We got a little value, boys versus
Hometown
Matt and
Hokies
Greg
over
again.
here.
Real quick,
No,
virtual
I mean,
high
We
five.
got a lot of dogs on the team this year with depth. So
It's
Oh, great.
very reasonable. Western
Pop the
Conference.
no,
Western
not him. He
Conference.
stinks.
Mike, go Western Conference.
Clippers plus 350.
Clippers plus 350. Mark.
Mavericks plus 900.
Ooh, I like that. I like the value there a lot. Mavericks plus 900. And Matt.
Golden State Warriors plus 325. Steph gets his next ring, and he cements himself as the best player of the 2010s.
I'm also on the Warriors plus 325 to return to the finals. Let's go NBA title winners. I'll go Mark first.
I'm going with the hometown team. I'm going with the Sixers. I'm going to call it out now. I believe whatever their odds are, as long as it takes me to scroll up this page.
Plus 1,500.
15 units if I win, which I'll take.
Absolutely. Matt.
Milwaukee Bucks plus 800.
Bucks plus 800.
Giannis is the face of basketball.
I'm also on the Bucks plus 800. Mike, last NBA
Sixers
futures.
as well, plus 1,500.
Wow, we have a serious head-to-head with those NBA futures. So I do have 2 picks or 3 picks for opening night. It is my first one. I'll give you is the Sixers on the line plus 3.5 minus 110, and then also on the money line plus 150 at Bovada. Mark, any picks in the NBA on the regular season opener?
Nope.
Mike,
No.
Matt through his headphones, so I can only imagine that he doesn't have any picks. So I'll close out with I also have the Warriors minus 5.5.
You
taking
can't
on
give
the
a
Lakers.
team 28 outs. You cannot give it. You need to make plays, Reese. This sucks. We're down 3-0 because you can't field the ball.
I was told
Got to get all
27 outs.
27. Yeah,
Got to get all 27.
You can't give a player. You can't give. If you give a team 28 outs, you lose. If you give a team 27 outs, you have a chance to win the game.
It's perfect that we're talking about baseball because that's what we're moving to. Very quickly, touch on the Major League Baseball playoffs. 2 games today when the episode drops on YouTube. So, Mike, I'll go to you first. Anything?
Astros -1.5 plus 150. I think that walk-off is absolutely going to demoralize the Mariners, and they're going to sweep them.
You said -1.5 plus 150. I'm on the Astros, just money line -150. Mark, anything in baseball?
Yeah, I'm just on the Guardians against the Yankees.
Not Justin.
Heck, no, not Justin's on the mound. Nectar's first playoff start. So
Yeah,
Plus
I'm on not Justin as well.
I'm also on the Guardians plus 117. Matt, any picks in baseball?
No.
Understandable. So we can actually jump right out of it then and get into the UFC, which returns from hiatus for the week. They're gearing up towards a big pay-per-view, UFC 280, in a couple weeks. So we have a smaller card here in the Apex. Mike, kick me off in the UFC.
Yeah, I'm going to go with this card is going to be something. Next week is going to be a massive card. It's going to be the best card I've ever seen, but this one is. But we're going to start with Misha Serkinov plus 175. I don't know, just for value. I don't think Menafield should be that high of a favorite. So that's
my issue is that Serkinov takes one punch and then he falls down almost every time now, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, we don't like that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll catch him with one.
Yeah, I'm looking at value too with this card because, like you said, Mike, it's a lot of tough lines. Rafael Assunção, former top 3, top 2 in his weight class guy, taking on Victor Henry, plus 270 on Bovada. Mark, anything in the UFC?
No, I'm out of the octagon this week.
Makes sense. Matt?
Sam Hughes plus 138 over Pierre Rodriguez. Sam's got a better reach. She's an up-and-comer underdog. He's an up-and-comer underdog.
She's got a sick nickname. It's the Sam Page instead of Rampage.
Ooh, that's actually that's
a good nickname.
That's fire.
She's not very good, but her nickname's awesome.
Well, okay, here we go, Mike. What the hell's a Sam Page?
It's just her name's Sam, and it rhymes with Rampage. Like it'd be boom, boom. You put them together, Sam Page.
It'd be better if her last name was actually Sam Page, and she went by Rampage. Then yes, hell, I'm a Sam Page.
The Rampage, Sam Page.
What are you?
I'm not gonna lie.
Sam Pages.
I'm not gonna lie. When Mikey did first say Sam Page, I was confused. I pictured pages of a book.
Yeah,
no
pages of sand. Yeah, Sand Page.
They just fell right in my hands.
It's like when you're at the beach and you drop your book and you're like, "Oh, I got sand in my pages."
Oh no,
that would be a nightmare. Actually,
I am scared of that.
Yeah,
Mike,
especially if it's a good book.
What's your next?
The next, I just have a lot of favorites for a big parlay, including the main event. So if you want me to just,
all right, well, so hang on to that.
Let's
then
skip that. Yeah, let's skip that. We're not gonna put that. We'll put that in the notes.
We won't even put it on. The card.
I'll come back to that because I only have one other pick outside of the main event. And it's Cub Swanson plus 174 against John Martinez. Swanson, older, long in the tooth a little bit, but I like the value on a guy who's done it before. And the co-main event spot, let's go. Matt, are you good on the UFC then?
I'm starting to think Acuna leaned into that and wasn't. It was like the Paul Pierce getting carried off the field type thing in the finals when he said he pooped his pants. Do you think Acuna pooped his pants?
I don't know. He may have. So I'm assuming that's no for the UFC.
I got one more pick. Give me Alex Grasso minus 230.
He's such an just
the main event.
Now I'm being toxic. Now I'm just
where he's going.
I'm being toxic on purpose.
You know where he's going to the main event, which is Alexa Grasso and Viviane Araújo going head to head. Big matchup, potential title contenders right here. Mike, give me your parlay.
Yeah, so it's Pierre Rodriguez minus 174, Tatsuo Tara minus 250, Victor Henry minus 360.
Derek's brother.
Alexa Grasso minus 230. So obviously I want them all straight. And then for the parlay, plus 304. Some solid value there.
Alexa Grasso minus 230. What was I missed the one before.
Warning
Victor
track
Henry.
power.
Tatsuro Tara. Okay.
Yeah, Tara. Yeah, he's minus 250.
Tatsuro Tiara. Alexa, stop. Thank you.
I was wondering who was talking.
Yeah, it was
That's
so
because I said it
confused.
and it started reading off the UFC card.
What did you
Uh,
What'd you
He said
say?
Alexa.
yeah,
I was hoping
talking
you'd
about
say
the
it
main
again,
event.
Mike. Thanks. Thanks a lot,
Sorry.
Mike.
Jeez. Sorry.
Pierre
Matt was getting
Rodriguez.
yelled at for yelling it over there, causing a
So
ruckus.
we got Rodriguez, Henry,
The singer?
Grasso, and Tiara. And what was it,
Yeah.
Mike? Plus
306.
306 on Bovada for the parlay. I'm going the opposite in the main event. I'm taking Viviane Araujo. I think it is a live dog at plus 185. Gentlemen,
You guys got good hands.
yeah. So
You guys got KO power.
let's
Catch
let's
these
see.
hands, Mike.
Let's see.
It's
if
actually
we can-
304, Greg.
plus 304. Let's see if we can get that done here really quickly before we get to week 6 in the NFL. Let's touch on the NHL that just came back this week, last night when we're recording, but 2 days ago from when the episode comes out. The NHL returns to games on American soil. They had the 2 European games, but now they are back. Tons of action. Hockey's getting underway. Mark, anything in hockey?
Yeah, I have one pick in hockey.
Jeez, man.
Oh, sorry, did I get very loud on that
Yeah,
one?
you
I
came in
apologize.
hot on that one.
It's okay.
I was excited. I'm excited to drown the Flyers because they stink, and that's the one team in Philadelphia that does embarrass me right now. Devils minus 130.
I'm on
That's the one team that embarrasses you, not the team that you literally put your heart and soul into every year and doesn't make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Temple.
Because that
not Temple.
embarrasses
Oh my
me.
God.
Certainly embarrasses me.
I'm on the Flyers. I'm on the Flyers plus 110 on
That's not even
Bovada.
a shot at you. That's a shot at the Sixers.
He's not wrong. It is a shot at the Sixers. So
Don't think
they
that's
don't-
directly at you. That's at the Sixers. I hate
It's not nearly as embarrassing right now.
No one thinks the Flyers are going to be
the
good.
dumpster fire of the NHL,
Horrible.
and yet I'm
But
still
we
on
knew
them.
they would be there. We knew they would be the dumpster fire.
Not when it started. Mike, what do you have?
Yeah,
What, 6 years ago?
I have this one pick, and it's the Flames going against the reigning Stanley Cup champions, minus 125. They're playing. The Avalanche are playing tonight, and then they got to travel to Calgary. So,
You said minus
taking-
125.
yep.
I'm
That's my
on
only
that.
pick.
I'm on the Avalanche in that game plus 105. Matt, anything in hockey?
No.
All right, I'll close out hockey then because it sounds like you guys don't have any other picks. I'm on the Sabres at even money taking on Ottawa, and then I'm on the Islanders plus 120 against the Florida Panthers. So now, fellas, we can jump into week 6 of the NFL season. One undefeated team remaining. It is your Philadelphia Eagles, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We don't want to focus on them. We can start right with Thursday Night Football and another marquee matchup. 2 very distinguished franchises, the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, it's gross. I'm on the Commanders, minus 110. The Bears are horrible. Commanders are also not very good. I think they've been a little bit unlucky too, but the Bears are terrible.
I'm on the Bears minus 110 simply
they're
because of it.
To no surprise, I actually agree with Mike. So, Commanders minus 110.
I don't hate the pick because, again,
Bears money line.
it's minus 110, so we'll put that on your card. I don't disagree. The Bears have struggled offensively specifically. Part of it's the lack of weapons. Part of it's play calling. It is what it is. The Commanders, though, they struggle to hold on to the ball, which is an issue. It will be interesting to see how they use Robinson moving forward now that he's back and kind of getting into the flow. So,
I think he's
That's a
gonna be
running
really
back?
good.
yeah,
Yeah. Coming out to many men, though, was pretty
it's pretty
awesome.
That was cool.
I thought it was an interesting song choice, but definitely get you pumped up based on
Yes.
the situation that he was in. So
Honestly, I wouldn't want to be in any of that situation.
Correct.
But good for you and good choice on that song.
that you have the ability to play it. Matt, next pick in the NFL.
Giants plus 5.5, minus 110 against the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Giants are a good team. The NFL or NFC beast, as they say it on the interwebs. I think New York needs something, man. I mean, the Mets they had a great year and just not playing baseball anymore.
Frauds.
So I just think the Giants they cheer up those Mets fans and get at least cover, but lose this weekend to the Ravens.
New York teams tend to be frauds. I'm on the Ravens minus 5.5, minus 110 at Bovada. Mike, you're next.
Oh
one.
my! I'm on the Ravens there as well. The Giants have looked good, but I think they're due for a letdown game. So,
Perfect.
and the Ravens have been right around teetering on man. I think they have a big game here. But yeah, my next pick is the Vikings -3.5, -110. They've looked really good other than the game against us. Dolphins got Skylar Thompson starting, who has spited me. This is spite also in the same thing.
Kansas State.
Kansas State. He has frauded me so many times at Kansas State. He's going to get walloped by the Vikings.
I'm on
Can't
this
believe
pick
that.
too. I hate this.
Can't believe I said the right college because Chris
Yeah,
said
that-
it like three. We were on the Chris said on the Underdog, and like then he named like 3 other quarterbacks, and I was like Kansas State, and he's like, no, one. Like that's not the same guy.
Close enough. Mark, your next one in the NFL.
My next one in the NFL, I'm going to take the Niners -5.5 against the Falcons. I think the Niners are starting to click. Debo's starting to look like he did last year. And I'm hoping
Their
I think
defense is unreal.
Yeah, their defense is phenomenal. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Kittle's waiting for his breakout game, so maybe this is it.
Falcons have covered all 5 games to start the season. But
So they're due.
yeah, so I think this is a good spot for you, Mark.
I'm on the Niners as well there.
-5.5.
The book didn't give an error to Reese on that play. That's nuts.
-5.5, -110. Let's go. I'll get my next pick then, and I'll go. Mike, I told you I was on that Vikings pick, but I'm on the Bengals. Bengals rebounding -2, taking on where is it? I just saw
The
it.
Saints.
This
Saints.
line makes no
Yep.
sense. So I'm taking the Saints +2, man.
Listen,
I saw that Jameis was practicing again too, so I don't know if he's going to be back.
But regardless, the Bengals should dominate.
The
Saints.
Bengals' offensive line is Swiss cheese.
accurate. It's an accurate
Yeah,
statement.
but
What's
and
okay?
Saints stink.
Here we go.
Not really.
What's your problem with Swiss
They're
cheese?
average.
Have you
I have no
ever had a
problem with
Reuben? You ever have a Reuben sandwich?
Yes.
You
The
ever?
only
I don't
problem,
know.
the only problem I have with Swiss cheese is that guy that was driving around.
Matt, your
right.
next one.
Reuben stuttered eating a Reuben sandwich. Jacksonville Jaguars +2 -110, and the Jaguars +110 over the Colts. Colts are a bad team. Jaguars aren't that bad of a team. They've lost 2 games in a row. They have a bounce back week. They get it done in Indianapolis. Trevor Lawrence, it's his home state, playing for Clemson, so I think it's going to be fine.
Jaguars had like 480 yards of offense without scoring a touchdown, which almost seems
Yeah, that was
impossible.
unreal. They
I
just
actually
couldn't
bet
get
that
the
it was
end.
+9 million. I'll talk while Greg texts.
Sorry,
so-
yeah, I'm on like kid watch duty as well, so there's multiple things going on.
Playing Tetris.
Yeah, exactly.
Tetris actually is underrated. Actually, it might be perfectly rated because people do rate it pretty high.
Tetris not
I was
bad.
gonna say it's pretty highly rated.
Yeah,
It's still around.
Yeah.
it might be
Yeah.
very perfectly rated.
Tetris, the perfect
Okay.
rating.
Yeah.
Your next pick, Matt.
Didn't I just give a pick?
You did just give the Jaguars. Go to Mike then.
All right, I'll
Browns
take the Browns. What?
-2.5, -110.
-110.
At home
At
against
home
the Patriots.
against the
They
Patriots.
should have won. Shut up. They should have won
Love
last
that.
week. They should have won last week, probably when the Chargers made that stupid decision of not just punting the ball, and they got lucky. but
Absolutely.
I think the Browns will play well against Zappy and Patriots.
I actually like the Patriots in this spot. I think that the Browns, Jacoby Brissett continues to hurt them overall. I'm double dipping on the Patriots. +2.5, -110, +125. If you listen to You're Wrong and Here's Why, me and Chris have talked about it multiple weeks in a row. Brissett has 3 interceptions this season. They've all come in the last like 2 minutes of the game, or 2.5 minutes of the game. Thank you.
Where can you find that show, Greg? You're wrong,
can-
and here's why.
Yeah, you can find it on the Underdog Podcast Network.
I think I'll check that out. Thanks.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
I
Macronpicks.com.
like-
self-promotion.
So, like I said, +2.5, -110, +125 on the money line on Bovada. I just think Belichick knows Jacoby from his time in New England. I like that there. Mark, your next one.
I'm going to take the Bucks -9 against the Steelers. I think that Godwin looks good. Evans looks good. I think the Bucks are going to put up some points against the Steelers this week, and Kenny Pickett's going to throw some picks.
I have it on my card as well. It's -9, -105. I do worry about them potentially covering that late, but their offense has just been so poor, so
It's been
poor.
bad.
You got to let Pickett throw the ball downfield. It's the only way they're going to have a chance to win. You can't run the Roethlisberger offense where he can't throw anymore. You got to let Pickett try to use the weapons that he has.
And he does have
agree.
some nice weapons. I
There's
like
some
Pickens a
solid
lot.
talent. Yeah, Pickens, and I mean Najee is also good. I mean, he hasn't had a great start.
And he's on the trading block if you want him.
But yeah,
If anybody
they do have
wants
some,
him,
and
they can have
Deontay
him.
Johnson also good. They have some good,
very
weapons.
good.
And Claypool?
Yeah, Claypool gets slept on. He's had a bunch of good years. So
He's
Matt,
a top 3 wide receiver per himself.
Yeah, true.
Your next one.
You know where I'm at. Sunday Night Football,
Don't
7
do it.
hours before
Don't
it.
do it.
7 hours before it, I'm taking the Packers -7.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, I meant to take the Jets +7, and I was saying that just to mess with you, Greg.
You had me. Hook,
Maroon Hat
line, and
Boys.
sinker.
Shout out
Minus
Maroon Hat Boys.
105 there.
Jets
Yes.
+7, -105. Packers all out of sorts. Can't figure it out. Lose that London game to the Giants.
Great fantasy quarterback, though, in Aaron Rodgers.
Excellent fantasy quarterback. Mike, your next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills -3, +105. A little revenge game. It is in Kansas City, but I don't know. The Bills look amazing, and I think they're revenge for the coin toss game last year. So,
I don't hate that. I'm only on the over in that game. Over 54, -110. I think it's points. I can't imagine that not going that way, or at least I really hope so. Mark, your next one.
I think this is the easiest pick of the week. Go Chargers, go. -4.5 against the Broncos. Broncos look terrible. Now Russ is getting something done to his thumb, or to his shoulder. I'm sorry. So, he's just not right. He's not right. He doesn't look good. Their offense is awful. They got Melvin Gordon now as the
How
lead
dare
back.
you.
It's gonna be rough.
the Chargers are getting more healthy. They're looking better. They made some dumb decisions.
Keenan
last
Allen
week.
might be back.
But yeah, -4.5, -115 for sure.
I'm also on the Chargers. Is that you on your card too, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
that Monday
they'll
Night Football
smash.
line. We've seen the Broncos like a zillion times times in prime time, and
Smash.
they're just not good. Matt, anything else in the NFL?
In that Bills Kansas City game, I have over 6.5 total touchdowns at +105.
Over 6.5 total TDs, +105. I do love it. Matt digs through Bovada and finds all the gems. It's excellent.
What do you take
Just
there?
like
Over
Just like
6.5 total TDs, +105.
just like
like-
Louis Sarcher wrote, "Gotta dig them holes."
Gotta dig them holes.
Digging up. Dig it.
Mark, anything else in the NFL?
No,
Matt?
not before the challenge.
No, not like Sweet Feet from. Remember when Rick Fox was in the movie Holes?
Yes.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
Mike, anything else?
Yeah,
I do.
Cardinals, Seahawks over 50.5,
Hey, dude.
-110. Both their defenses stink. Both their offensive have some weapons that can score. So
You said over 50. Over 50.
You going to
and
the
a
game
half.
Sunday, Mike?
yeah, I believe so.
All right, I'm going to the game Sunday.
All right. We can
I'm gonna
talk
play
about our
golf.
Sunday plans later.
I might play golf in the morning.
Let's go to that Sunday night game, to the weekly challenge.
That's what we're just saying. We're gonna go.
Yeah, I know. It is the 4-1 Dallas Cowboys coming to Philadelphia to take on the undefeated 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles. Bovada has the Eagles favored at -6, -110. Fellas, it's sad. I'm sweeping the first places currently. I just keep winning challenges.
What's the challenge records look like?
6-1 to me. You and Mike are 4-3, and Mark is 3-4 this year so far. So I'll just give my pick out first. It's a homer pick. I don't care. -6, -110. The Birds are my challenge pick, also on my board. Mike.
Same here. Eagles -6, -110, and on my board as well.
Eagles.
What's their team total?
You'd
Trying
have
to
to
load
click
it
on
up.
I'm not sure.
I think it's a 52-man roster.
53.
Mark, while he finds that, give me your challenge pick.
I'm also on the Birds, also adding it to my card, also parlayed with the over at +264.
So Eagles -6, and then the game over of 42. And would you say the parlay paid?
264.
Plus 264.
Chris, I can't tell if you're yawning or you're scared of that Marcelo Ozuna high pop.
Yeah.
It
Greg.
almost went out of the park.
I will take the team total over 24.5 plus 105 for the Eagles, Greg.
Eagles team total over 24.5.
Yep, plus 105.
Plus 105. Matt, you're a challenge pick.
Birds. I'll be at the game. -6, -110. Take a money line. Put them both on my card. The people are acting like we're out here playing against like the 92 Dick Butkus teams of Chicago. This defense is not that good. We're not playing against Urlacher without hair and then somehow got hair. This is like it's complete. These are completely different teams. Micah Parsons looked like he was a little banged up last game.
Yeah, he does
That
look a
one
little hurt.
Stephon Diggs' brother can't even play defense. He only does interceptions. Like I'm
Crucial
perfectly
part of
okay.
defense.
No,
I
don't disagree with you.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
seems like you did.
Interceptions also help.
Put the Cowboys on Greg's card. Cowboys on Greg's card.
I was
Greg's
amazed.
a Cowboys fan.
I was amazed after Mark lost his Mets trumpets over the weekend that he didn't take his hometown favorite Cowboys this weekend. So
He was upset about the trumpets.
no, he wasn't. Will you stop?
You literally brought it up, and you're like, "Oh, Matt, like, how dare you?" I wouldn't.
I've been trying to
anything.
find a place to
now
put it in.
I don't even need to react anymore. I just
We literally just fought over our own jokes. Well, fellas, it was a fun week. Go Birds! Let's
Go Phillies. Got to get all 27.
see if we can
Go
get
win.
them. See if we can get a W here, and let's go win some bets.